Awesome. You're speaking to Francois from The Fallen Prophets, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast right now.
But fish pizza?
Yeah, I'm a pizza snob. I'm from New York, where the best pizza in the world is.
Yeah, but like I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat.
Okay, but I just like regular cheese pizza.
Fish is meat?
No,
I know
it is.
it is, but you're kind of splitting hairs here.
No, pescatarian means you can eat seafood.
You can make up anything you want, but it's still meat, right?
Well, I'm a chicken steakatarian. I don't eat fish.
Yeah.
But seriously, fish pizza?
Yeah, well, even better, tuna pizza. And you're talking tuna out of a can?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that is so fucked up. That might be more fucked up, the most fucked up thing I've heard in a while.
Well, I also do these like oven baked sandwiches where there's like toast, then you put some like tomato sauce, and then you put like this sort of like a mayo thing that is very thing. On top of that, then there's tuna, and then there's pineapple again, and shitloads of cheese.
So the Finns are not known for their culinary prowess. Then, right?
I can see how pineapple and tuna go together. I can understand that.
It's beautiful.
But
I'm still doing that cooking video, and this is now going to be it. You know?
But fish pizza?
Yeah, canned fish pizza.
Well, I personally I can't eat fish unless it's the only reason I eat tuna is so I have an excuse to eat mayo. That's really.
I don't like mayo, but do you put cilantro on your tuna?
Oh God. I'm so allergic to cilantro. Don't even get me started.
Cilantro tastes like soap, so no.
I like it. Chris is highly allergic to it.
Oh my God. Oh. If I eat cilantro, it's like I've taken a hit of psychedelic drugs.
Really?
Oh God, it's fucked. My wife didn't believe me. When we first met, I told her, like, I can't have cilantro. She's like, why? So I tell her these stories about what happens. So we went to our friend's wedding, and we had just gotten together. We were only together for like 4 months at this point. But we go to Mexico, and I'm eating at the buffet, and I take a bite, and she goes, Chris, there's cilantro in that. And I was like, oh, wow, it's already in my mouth. So, okay. So we're just sitting there, and all of the sudden, she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, what do you mean? What's going on? She's just like, you were just rambling on for the last 5 minutes about how white the ceilings were and the uniforms, and then you were staring at a bug on the fucking window, talking about how amazing bugs were. And I had no recollection of any of that. And I was just so high. It was crazy.
So it's like catnip for you.
Oh
Chris, I've never heard of anything like this. Like, I'm one of the people for whom cilantro tastes like soap, like detergent. But this? What the fuck is that?
Oh, man. My buddy Ken, we went...
Cilantro is your LSD? Like, I want that allergy.
And it's cheap.
At my buddy Ken's stag, we went into Bellingham, Washington, and we all went out for Mexican food. This was before I knew, what would cause problems for me. And so we're eating nachos and salsa. And then I'm like, oh, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I just got to go use the washroom. So I went to the washroom, and I came back, and all my food is wrapped up, and, like, everything's wrapped up. And I'm like, what the fuck? I have 2 beers sitting in front of me that I didn't even drink because they ordered me beers. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was just gone for 5 minutes. What's happening? They're like, dude, we've been looking for you for a fucking hour. Where were you? And I was just like, I was just in the bathroom. They're like, no, you weren't in the bathroom. We went there. You weren't there. And I was like, no, I just left the bathroom. I know I did. I just walked out. They're like, no, you weren't there. We were out looking on the pier for you. We had no idea what the fuck happened. And I was just like,
that's great.
Okay.
Where did you go? A different dimension for an hour and then just pop back? Like,
I don't know. It happened to me in Mexico another time too, earlier in my life. I just have no idea. I just disappear and things just get fucked.
Hey, Francois. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yeah. That's correct.
Hey, Bruce Moore here. I got my partners, KRis and Riina, all the way from Finland.
Hey, I'll turn on my camera for you.
I have no camera.
Zero chance I'm turning on my camera. Look at the pretty picture of me.
She's eating fish pizza. She's literally eating fish pizza.
Well, wait, it's even worse than fish. Would you put canned tuna fish on your pizza?
Never.
I agree.
Never. We've got in South Africa. We've got anchovies on our pizza, which is.
I've heard of that, but not canned tuna. That's all kinds of wrong.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I think anchovies is worse because it kind of looks like pussy lips. You know?
Oh, hey, welcome.
Welcome to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
What?
How are you?
You guys are in South Africa, right?
Yes.
I think me and KRis were just talking. We've talked to somebody else down there, Facing the Gallows. You know those guys?
Yeah. They're up in Joburg. We're down in Cape Town.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Another real good heavy band.
Yes. They went to Varken, I think, last year or something.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Anyway, so thank you. Go ahead, Mina.
Yeah, but how come you have a Scandinavian accent?
Me?
Yeah, you sounded like a person.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm Afrikaans, so it's almost like a Dutch descent. So that's probably why.
Right. Okay. Sorry for mixing my.
No.
But you look like a Viking, because so it was an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, we just have hot weather here. We don't have snow, so sometimes I wish I was a Viking.
You can still wear the funny helmet if you want to.
Yes.
So how's the band?
It's good. Just a little bit going wrong with the COVID stuff. We can't play shows and all that, and we wanted to tour to Europe this year, but obviously a few things could not happen. So just a bit of a bummer, but at least we got to write some music and whatnot, so that's good.
Yeah. Are you guys able to still record and write while you're are you guys under lockdown right now or no?
We had levels, so from I think April or something like that was like complete lockdown. You couldn't go anywhere for like a month or a month and a half or something like that. So at the moment we're on level 1, and which is like very less restricted. But still, I think there's been here in Cape Town like one metal show with like 30 people, because that's all there. And then all our big clubs where we used to host shows, they all closed down due to not having income. So we're all just sitting here waiting for someone to buy a club and just open something again.
Man, oh man, COVID's been crazy for the music industry.
It's been insane, man. It's been insane.
So I was listening to Vessel of Man just a few minutes ago, and that is some heavy shit, and it's so well produced. How is it? What is it like trying to release an album or put out some new music in this climate that we're in?
Well, thanks for that. Firstly, secondly, we are releasing another EP in a month. And we literally wrote and recorded all those tracks in our lockdown of South Africa. So we were done in about end of July. So let's say about 3 months we took to write 6 songs, and we got some people to do solo guitars on it. So I think it was a good experience. Like, we had absolutely nothing else to do but get the creative juices flowing. We couldn't do shows, we couldn't meet with each other. So everything was done, I would say, like remotely. Like, I would write a piece and then send it to my other guitarist, Peter, and then we'll send it to our drummer and he will do the drums. And normally people don't worry about the bass because you just do that. So that's how we did.
You know what's amazing? Bass player jokes transcend borders.
Oh, it, always. It's never the same joke ever. It's never the same. So, it was a good experience. It was obviously the first time ever doing it like that. It went very quick, and because normally we would all get together, have an idea, work on it like that, go home, do the scratch batch, work on it some more, and then meet again and try it out and see how it feels. Where now we couldn't actually see how it feels like in a jam space and all that. So it was quite interesting to do it like that.
And so you did it all yourselves?
Yes.
Even mixed it?
So no. We've got a one of our good friends. His name is Heinrich. He works at Burning Tone Studios, and he lives very close to me. And I just I recorded everything, and we went to record the vocals as soon as we could see friends and family in South Africa, which was, I think, in beginning of September. Yeah, we finished the vocals like in a few days, and then he mixed and mastered it. So it's South African producer that mixed and mastered the new stuff, and the Vessel of Man, the previous album that dropped. He also did that.
Isn't it amazing how technology has allowed us to just make music at home?
Yeah, it is quite amazing. I enjoy it. So it's like a process of he sends me a template of his recording program, his DAW that he uses.
Yeah.
And I just record everything and zip it and send it back to him, and that's it.
That's easy. A really good way to work. Now,
yeah.
Because of COVID, was your drummer recording a real drum kit with mics, or were they playing like an electronic kit?
Yes, an electronic kit, yes.
Yeah. That also amazes me.
Anyway. Yeah, well, especially in South Africa, it's pretty expensive for us to do it that way. So the majority of the times we do use electronic drums, but hopefully we'll, because we didn't have too much expenses this year so far band-wise, I think we're going to do a big production next year for like maybe one single track with the music video and all that stuff. So we're going to see what the next steps are. We don't know yet.
Yeah. What? Just if you don't mind me asking, if you wanted to track drums in a studio in South Africa, how much would that cost?
Well, that's about $2,000 an hour. So in dollars, it will be $200 an hour, more or less.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is quite expensive. So, and there's only limited places that do it. So, for example, the Heinrich, the guy who did the mixing and mastering of all our latest two releases, he doesn't have the space. He's got like an attic in his house, and that's his home studio with a vocal booth, but there's no space for drums. And it's in a residential area. So you have to go to like one of these proper studios that charge you arm and a leg.
Yeah, $200 an hour. That's insane.
That is like undoable.
like in Vancouver, Canada, which is like one of the most expensive real estate markets in the world, I can get the studio where they recorded Dr. Feelgood and the Black Album for $700 a day Canadian.
Wow.
Which is about like just over $500 US for a 12-hour lockout.
Oh wow. Yeah, but it's because probably there's more, I would say, clientele for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's very limited here in South Africa. So literally they charge you so much to keep that place up and running.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, yeah, it's amazing.
So expensive. Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thank God for software. So, were you guys using real amps or amp simulators on your recording? I'm sorry I'm taking it down this road, but I'm just curious.
Those are real amps. Those are real amps, yeah. So it's just a reamping process that gets done by most studios. So I think we used Mesa dual rectifier and good old trusty 5150.
You can't complain about the 5150. No way.
Not at all.
So you
not
just
at all.
DI'd straight into the DAW using an amp sim and then took the amp sim off and reamped it.
And reamped it, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So
If
that's amazing.
I don't know if you can see this here. Let me try and get it here. Can you see this?
Yes.
This is my reamping DI. I bought it for 200 Canadian dollars, like, God, I don't even know, 22 years ago or something.
And it's still punched.
And it still works, and it's probably saved me about $60,000 in studio time.
Wow.
You know, over 20 years, it's crazy.
Yeah, my friend Heinrich, he bought himself a Tornado.
Oh yeah,
like one of those big daddies.
Yeah. Bruce, Riina, anyone? I'm taking this down a technical road, so.
I know, it's so fucking boring. So when was the last time you exfoliated your feet with a strange person's pee?
Oh, what?
Is that a question for me?
I'm sorry. Please answer the question now.
I didn't recall.
Hello?
You don't recall. I love that. Like, there's been a time, but we're not going to pick it out in the timeline. Cool. Yeah, sorry. We've been laughing about this throughout our interviews today. I had ordered these exfoliating socks, and then they arrived, and like with giant letters on top, it says like 5% urine.
Oh my word.
Can you guys hear me?
We can now.
Yes.
Now we can.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
It's good to have you.
Thank you. So what Riina's not telling you is we took a break and she went to pee on her feet.
A jellyfish sting.
And like pun very much intended, those pee socks didn't do shit for my feet. So don't go down that way. All right. I can see you're extremely entertained by our toilet jokes, but
There's a pretty good metal scene in South Africa, right? It's pretty healthy.
Fairly. It's very dedicated, but not big.
Okay. I mean, before COVID, though, you had places to play, and people are showing up because I've seen a lot of bands from down there.
Yes. So it's mostly, I would say, the majority of the supporters are part of musical groups. But that's on the local side. Like, for example, if like just before lockdown, end of March, or was the beginning of March, the Black Dahlia Murder came over from the US. Mm-hmm. And they played Gramfest, and the people came out in thousands, so big festivals, or like when there's an international band that comes down, it always draws the biggest crowds. But before COVID, there was like annually, I would say like 2 or 3 shows a month where local bands would play, and you'll get like 100 people there, just rocking it out and having drinks.
Are you able to tour around Africa, or is that not a thing?
Yes. No, we've done tours in the past. We did the whole of South Africa, or all the major cities in South Africa in a week. We did it with 2 other bands. We also, myself and Peter, were part of like a Bloodbath cover band called Bloodbath.
Yeah.
Bloodbath. So it was us and Bloodbath and Imperial Destruction, and we just toured. It was like a death metal trio that just toured. We toured from Cape Town. We went to PE, Port Elizabeth. We went to Durban, and then we went to Johannesburg, and we came back to Cape Town. So it was like a week trip that we did. And then some of the bands toured to Botswana and Namibia, and that's about the furthest they go out in Africa. Just our neighboring countries.
Gotcha. Chris?
I don't have anything else. Riina?
No, this is interesting. The whole like metal scenes in unexpected places are interesting topics. So maybe you answered this already and I missed it. But like, what size are the venues there usually?
Like locally you draw like 100 to 150 people.
Right.
For like local bands. And then when international bands come through, depending on if it's a festival or just like a club gig, it will pack the place out completely. Like, for example, a few years ago, Behemoth was here, and the places were packed all out there to do like 2 shows. So stuff like that just brings out the crowd, and I always wonder, like, where are these people when the local bands play? Either the local bands aren't that good, or it's the older people who doesn't want to go out anymore and like party all night, and just want to actually go watch the bands that come from overseas.
Well, I'm an older guy, and I like to party all night.
Well, that's great. You should come live here.
Nobody believes you, Chris.
What's that?
Nobody believes you, Chris.
No.
You don't believe I like to party all night, or that I'm an old guy?
Not at all. I can see your flannel pants, just retiring for the night at 9:30 p.m.
Hey, I made it till 2 in the morning on Friday. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's because of the whole. You were partying because of the election.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you guys think of it? What was South Africa's reaction to the election news here?
Well, it was good because I would say financial wise, because we deal with like our band deals with a lot of international artists. For example, the art that we do for our covers and whatnot and merch and whatever. So we mostly deal with dollar with the band. So I think it was good because I think the dollar dropped like with $1 full compared to the rand after the election, which was
Nice.
a plus point for us. But politically, I don't think, because South Africa and the United States political, I'm going to call it battles, are so different. So I don't even know how to react towards it because it's so different. Like by us, you just go vote and then all of a sudden this person pops up and he's your president now. We don't vote for a president. We vote for political parties, which is... Yeah, let me not get into that.
Right. No worries.
Yeah.
Chris, if you don't have anything else, go ahead.
What's that?
What did you guys think of it?
I was super happy because I think it matters what kind of a person you are. I think there should be some level of integrity, honesty, and just accountability to every single one of us. And when you have someone who's a complete shit of a person and that's something that a lot of people look up to and they act the way that they act, it has a resounding effect on the entire world and the public discourse and narrative on how people talk and where we are going as a one nation, one planet nation. So I was ecstatic to see the fucker go.
Yeah. And he's fighting, eh? He's fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just making an ass of himself.
Yes, sure. And that's not good.
It's not
But I was also quite relieved. I didn't even know how we became president in the first place.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, I can understand the dynamics, how, but it's still there was this perfect meme on the internet, or it was somebody's tweet. Remember when he made fun of the handicapped reporter by actually making hand movements? And there was somebody's tweet, for the life of me, I will never understand how this wasn't the end of it. And I think it sums it up. I don't understand. You can be yay jobs or yay taxes, whatever. And this is a person who bragged about sexual assaulting women and made fun of handicapped people and just shit person. And you're like, yes, this is what I want us to follow. So I will never, ever understand anybody who can sign their name under that. Sorry, political rant over.
It's a crazy time to live here. I'll tell you that. My wife and I didn't we were like, okay, we're gonna watch it on Tuesday, and then we'll be able to take a break, and then we'd be up at 6 a.m. Okay, what's happened overnight, and Get home from work. Okay, what's going on now? Next thing you know, we're so tired. Like, oh my God.
3 days.
Yeah, it went on forever. God.
It did.
But understandably, I mean, it's a freaking pandemic. You know, you can't you can't send people to die. You know, you got to give them access.
Republicans were the ones who stopped all the mail-in ballots to be like counted before the election day. You know, that they tried to start processing the votes and they put a ban on it or got their ban through on it. And then when they obviously are going to take way, way longer to count, is like, stop the vote. Like, now you can't count them anymore. Like, we didn't let you count them before, and we sure as hell ain't going to let you count it after.
Stop counting.
For me, right. I'll say this. For me as a Canadian who, like in Canada, we don't vote for a president. We vote for people that represent our area. We're a parliamentary system. And then whatever political party gets the most members, the leader of that party becomes the Prime Minister of Canada. So there's a lot more there's a lot more representation, and it's not really a popular vote. It's kind of, I still think it could be better, but living here and seeing how someone could be ahead by 5 million votes and still have the possibility of losing is really a concept I don't really understand yet.
No, same this side. Like I said, I think we work exactly the same way. So we vote for political parties, and then pops up your new president that you don't know. So right, it's strange. It's strange.
Yeah. Hey, before we go, if fans want to get a hold of you guys, are you pretty active online, and where do they find you?
Oh, yes, we are pretty active online. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, Facebook. Mainly, I think the majority of following is on our Facebook page. And we started building up our Twitter from, I think, a few months ago. And that's been going well. And then obviously they can just sub to YouTube, and so you can find all our information on our Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you, man. You guys have anything else, Chris, Riina?
I don't, man. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I urge everyone to go because it does sound super kick-ass.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, be safe, my friend. Take care.
Yes, you guys too. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
See ya.